Gaius Julius Caesar Augustus, or as he was originally named, Octavius or Octavian, was the first Roman emperor. Let's find out how he got there, as told through TV and movies. The first option we're looking at is Imperium Augustus. This is a 2003 joint British-Italian miniseries that takes place from when Octavius is a young man joining Julius Caesar's army until his death. Script. This begins with Octavius at the end of his life. His youth is played out in abrupt flashbacks as he tells the story of his life to his daughter. So we are simultaneously watching the story of how he came to power and the end of his reign. This Octavius wins the award for most lovable. He starts out as a naive farm boy. He's a kind young man who has dreams to rule Rome with his two best friends. Wouldn't that be fun? Except he has to give up his own happiness and the happiness of those he loves for the good of Rome. Acting. This stars Peter O'Toole as the older Octavius. This cast is half English and half Italian, and everything was redubbed after shooting, which is a little disorienting. Almost all the women speak in this weird, high-pitched, breathy tone. Makes me wonder what the Italian version is like. Sex and nudity, violence and gore. There are some sexy moments, but no actual sex. There are some hints of violence and flashes of blood, but very little. Not enough to sate you fans of epic Roman battles. 200 minutes long, rated 13+. Next up, we're looking at Empire. This is an American television series from 2005. It covers from when Julius Caesar dies to some time before Mark Antony goes to Egypt and Octavius is not yet emperor. Script. This is equal parts about Octavius and a gladiator called Tyrannus. Basically, Caesar gets killed and Tyrannus takes Octavius on the run. Oh, and there's a Vestal Virgin who has political opinions and feels things she shouldn't. This is Loverboy Octavius, who is careless, weak, and kind of dumb. This is a completely fictional series about how Octavius does a lot of running and in doing so learns how to be a man. Acting. It's really too bad that I didn't care for the plot at all because it has a pretty spectacular cast. Octavius is played by Santiago Cabrera and Tyrannus by Jonathan Cake. This has one of my favorite actors for Mark Antony, Vincent Regan. Also, Emily Blunt, James Frain, and Fiona Shaw. I would have watched it just for them. Sex and nudity, violence and gore. There is some awkward romance and a few sexual scenes, but nothing super graphic. Plenty of bloody battles and death, but they don't overdo it on the gruesome. I never had to look away. It's 6 one-hour episodes, rated 14+. I'm sure plenty of you have heard of this one before. Rome. This is a joint American, British, and Italian television series that ran between 2005 and 2007 and takes place from when Octavian is a teenager and ends with the story of Mark Antony and Cleopatra before Octavian became emperor. Script. This soapy drama follows two soldiers in Rome's army. Octavian is one of the largest supporting roles. We watch him grow up and how his family and upbringing turn him into what he becomes. Terrifying, intelligent, sadistic, cold-hearted tyrant. That is not to say I did not enjoy him. This has all you could hope for in terms of backroom intrigue and emotional drama. Acting. Young Octavian was performed by Max Perkis and adult Octavian by Simon Woods. I enjoyed both performances very much. They were both that character you would want to strangle if you knew them in person, but on screen they're great. In general, I would say this whole cast is worth watching. Sex and nudity, violence and gore. Lots of sex and nudity. Many graphic sexual encounters with full nudity at least once per episode. The show mostly skips over the big battles and then tells us the outcome, but there is a fair amount of gory brawls and graphic death scenes. 2 seasons, altogether 22 episodes, all between 45 to 65 minutes. Rated 18+, adult only. Last on this main list, Domina. This series from 2021 starts the year after Julius Caesar's death and currently ends about halfway through Emperor Augustus's reign. Script. While Emperor Augustus has a large supporting role, the show is actually about the life of his second wife, Livia Drusilla. We follow her as she falls from power, then cleverly gets it back, then watch as she hangs onto it with teeth and nails, sacrificing everyone around her in order to fulfill her secret ambitions. All the while, everyone knows if you need a clever solution to a scandalous problem, Livia is your girl. Acting. Augustus is played by Matthew McNulty, who isn't bad, but he's not very memorable for me. To be honest, that's kind of how I feel about the entire cast. In the moment, the performances were fine, but looking back, I can only remember 2 to 3 faces from the whole show. Sex and nudity, violence and gore. Plenty of full-body nudity and some sex, but nothing crazy graphic. There is a lot more talking about it and being scandalized by it than it actually happening on the screen. Violence is categorized in the adult-only levels, but no epic battles and nothing so bad I had to use the blanket shield. 2 seasons, 16 one-hour episodes altogether. Still waiting to find out if there will be a 3rd season. Rated 18+ for adults only. Final opinion. Imperium Augustus. Not my favorite, but this is our only option that covers all of Augustus's life. You still get your drama, but it doesn't take a long time to tell the story, and there is little to no violence. Empire. If you really don't care about how historically accurate it is and just want to see a young man go through the process of accepting with a great name comes great responsibility, you might like this. This great cast deserved a better script. Rome. This is for you if you are more interested in watching a ton of different characters and not just the Roman nobility. Also, if you crave lots of soapy drama and gruesome killings. Domina. Honestly, if you're really here just for Augustus, this one is not for you. But if you want to know all about his conniving family and get sucked into a world of vengeance and secret plots, don't miss this. Now it's time for some honorable mentions. The Caesars, made in 1968, is a BBC black and white miniseries. Each episode is about a different Caesar emperor. The first episode about Augustus focuses on his imminent death and the carrying out of his will. I, Claudius, made in 1976, was a television series by the BBC based on the novel. It also covers each of the emperors, but with a lot more dramatic flair. Augustus is a major character for the entire first half of the series, beginning when he's already emperor. Lastly, but very importantly, Xena Warrior Princess. Augustus is a small but reoccurring character in Season 5. Thank you so much for watching. Please check out my playlist for more movie and TV comparisons and how to watch historical media in chronological order. Happy watching!